Today, I'll tell you the story of the Lost Book of Prophecies. This prophetic book was a mysterious tome full of stories of future events. Of course, many people craved this book, wishing to glimpse their futures. But no person, after obtaining this amazing book, ever found happiness. The reason? The book held frightful secrets not meant for people's eyes. That book came to be called the Dark Prognosticus and was sealed away. This is the tale of that forgotten book's last owner. It is a tale of love.
Welcome to the Story of Love, an RPG map that is based off the lore of Super Paper Mario. It's a story about forbidden love between me, who plays as Count Bleck, and my ex, who plays as Tippy. At the beginning of the game, you will see how the Count creates the Chaos Heart, and it's now your job to try and stop him and collect all of the 8 Pure Hearts to save all of the worlds. And for choosing your difficulty, all you have to do is choose which weapons you would like. Every rarity of weapons are here, so you get to choose how hard you make the game. And best thing yet is that you get to choose your difficulty, whether it's too high or low. All you gotta do is swap your weapons out anytime you want. As you explore each chapter, there will be puzzles to solve and lots of henchmen to fight. Every time you eliminate a henchman, you will receive 20 HP per kill. Usually at the beginning or middle of every chapter, Tippy will give you dialogue that helps you understand the lore of the story, as she offers you a random healing item and a random utility item. As you adventure through all of the chapters, there will always be a midway boss, and there will be a final boss of every chapter. So be careful throughout the chapter, and make sure you're not losing a lot of health too to fight those final bosses of every chapter, and the midway bosses too. Getting through chapter 3 might be a breeze, but you still have to fight Bowser, and for the final boss, you have to go to Francis's palace, and you have to fight Francis the Lizard to be able to unlock the next Pure Heart. Every time you collect a Pure Heart and you reach the end of the chapter, it will unlock the next door. And to do that, you'll click this button, and it will take you all the way back to spawn, right over here. And as you progress through the chapters, and you unlock every single one, it will open every door, and then you can finally access Chapter 8, where Count Bleck is. Maybe you just want to take a little break and learn about the history of the Kragnons. And, as you get through the chapter, you will have to be fighting Chunky again from Chapter 1, and you'll be having to fight the Florosapien Flower Boss at the end of the chapter. After that, you'll then go to the Samur Kingdom, where you'll have to fight 10 samurai henchmen, and you'll have to find the right one to be able to unlock this door right here. Once you've unlocked this door, you'll then have to fight Mimi again, and then after that, Mr. L again. I wonder who that guy really truly is. Venture your way through the dead of hell and go to the underwear, because of Dementio taking you there and ending all of your games. But you will have to fight a mid-boss, and that would be Corrupted Bowser. And after that, once you get over to the over there, you'll have to fight Bone Chill, a pretty menacing final boss for Chapter 7. Here we are, Chapter 8, Count Bleck's Castle. Before I get into the basics of this chapter, I just want to mention, you are able to get a ×2 boost right here in the entrance. So, if you would like it, you can take it, and of course, you get a free healing item and you get a free utility item before you enter in Count Bleck's Castle. Making it through Count Bleck's castle is one of the hardest goals in the game. It is the hardest maze in the entire castle. The whole castle is basically a maze. But to make it even harder, you have to fight 4 bosses just to get to Count Bleck. Oh, and I have a big treat for you when I am ready to reveal it. But, as mentioned, you have to fight 4 bosses getting through this entire castle, not even reaching the final boss just yet, and I'll leave that for later. But other than that, you first would have to fight Chunky. So after fighting Chunky, you then have to fight Francis again. And after Francis, you then have to fight Mimi. And after fighting Mimi, you then have to fight Dementio. And after finally fighting all 4 of them, you can now access the final boss, which will be in the next clip, Count Bleck. Finally, it's time. The moment you've been waiting for. But wait, hold on. You don't even know how to fight Count Bleck just yet. So let me explain. Count Bleck has a huge radius and he has 10,000 HP. And his minions, Chunky and Mimi, will try to attack you. Here's the strategy. Mimi and Chunky will always respawn. Count Bleck will not respawn. So, if you focus your aim into trying to eliminate Count Bleck, then that will probably do it for beating the final boss.
Okay, so I don't know why, but while I was looking at the video clips, this clip glitched in replay mode. So I'm just showing you all this in like I don't know, my perspective, I guess. So anyways, 20 of these henchmen will spawn, and you'll have to fight the real final boss, Super Dementio. So these little guards right here are going to always respawn. So the main boss is Super Dementio, which was Luigi and Dementio combined together as the final boss. So he has 20,000 HP, so be careful fighting this final boss. So, once you beat the game, this will be the end screen. And I'm not going to show y'all the captions right here. You will actually have to play the game yourself and beat it. But this is it. The end. A true happy ending to our love story of Forbidden Love. And I suggest you play the map so you can understand the full story and the lore of the story of love.